I'm LaRie.
And I'm Nick B.
Listen, we're just two single girls from the City of Roses discussing all things love, lust, and perception.
And roses are a symbol of all things beautiful about love.
But as you know, love can get a little dirty. So we're here to talk about it.
Dirty Roses Podcast starts now.
Hey, I'm LaRie.
And I'm Nick B.
And welcome to Dirty Roses Podcast. I don't want to say I'm excited because I've said I'm excited for about 5 seasons.
I mean, if that's how you feel, though.
I am excited, though. I'm excited because we got somebody super dope, right?
Yep.
Super dope. We're going to use that word all day. Dope. And as you guys know, we normally start with a story, but there's no story needed for this episode because it's just my guy. He's like a story in himself. Like, I was introduced to him through his clothing brand, like just various events and things because you know me, I love my local clothing brands. As y'all can see, we're rocking it today. And I try to tap in with everybody, but I think he took a disappearance for a little bit, and we're going to talk about that. But we reconnected recently at an event, and I was like, yo, we got to get you on the podcast, and we got to get your clothes out there. And, you know, I want to be a brand ambassador, you know what I'm saying? So we reconnected, but my guy, Reggie,
Welcome.
Originally from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I don't like when we say Oregon, everybody be like, there's black people in Oregon.
Right.
And then
when you said Wisconsin, I was like, there's
and you got to say it like T-Pain, Wisconsin. Find you in Wisconsin. And when I asked for a bio, he was like, I've got 2 kids. I'm single and I'm looking for love. No, I'm just
I was like,
listen. He likes long walks in the park.
Facts.
He wants to dress you in chocolate dope lingerie. You know what I'm saying? But we have the man, the myth, the legend, Reggie, Reginald,
How
my
y'all
guy,
doing?
chocolate dope. How are you?
I'm good. What's up with it? How y'all feel?
Yes, we are so excited.
We're really happy to have you here.
Excited.
I'm happy to be here. This is a beautiful situation. You feel me?
Well, Leigh kind of told me just a little bit. She kind of opened us up a little, but tell us your story. How did you come from Wisconsin and make your way here to Oregon?
Off the rip, rest in peace, my boy Johnny Ratchet. He was out here a long time ago in the rap game. So I've been in some trouble a little bit. You feel me? And when I got out of prison, he was like, "Come down here and see what's up." I'm like, Portland, come on, bro. He's like,
the Wisconsin man saying Portland.
Right.
That's crazy.
right. Because I only been out there, it's Midwest. So when you see what's up though, but I'm like, let me come out here and see what's happening. He's like, they got the best weed. I don't smoke weed, but you know.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, but if you did, it's legal.
Right.
But it was legal. But
Yeah.
he kept saying it's the best weed. Everybody love it. I said, let me come out here and see what's going on. And I came out. It was dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as all that. When I seen, that, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out,
that.
yes.
Yeah. When I seen, he showed me, all the pictures and it was, you know what I'm saying, Asian, white, black. And I'm like, bro, this is are they on already? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the city.
Right.
And how they get down. I was like, dang. So then I thought about it for a minute. So a lot of people don't know this. I got with Johnny Ratchet's clothing line first.
Okay, and what was his clothing line?
I can't even think of it now. So long ago. Oh man, I can't think of it right now.
It's all good.
Right, but
We're gonna find it.
We'll find it. Yeah. But I got with his clothing line first, and then I got into
folks trying to buy shirts
Listen,
right now.
making sales
Okay.
right now.
right
Money
now.
never stops.
That's what happens when you're an entrepreneur.
Man, that's why I'm like, let me turn this phone off because I know he's gonna start going off as soon as we get on. So basically, with him, I got in some trouble again.
Lord have mercy. Well, with a name like Johnny Ratchet,
Right. So I ended up getting in some trouble, and then my girl at the time, my ex, was like, "You should do your own clothing line."
Okay.
And I was just like, my guy gonna be mad, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm part of his. I had the money and all that, and then I don't know, something happened between. Like, make a long story short, I want to do mine. So I did RDD Collection first.
What's it called?
RDD Collection it's my nickname. Roll the dice.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, I'll show y'all. I had the big old chain and all that.
I just learned to play craps.
Oh, yeah?
Hey.
I just learned.
You just like doing this
just
with your
doing this.
hands. You just like doing this with your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty.
Listen, Dirty Roses.
So anyway, yeah. So like I said, I did that first, and I was in the rap game.
Okay.
So that's where it all started from. And I felt like I was just a rapper with it's really just merch. You feel me?
Right.
It ain't really no clothing line. And like I said, I really didn't know who was I mimicking, who was I trying to see what it was.
You just still figure yourself out.
Yeah, really,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Really just on the rap game still. And once we came up with a situation after that, which we'll talk about later, whatever. But I'm just like, we gotta do something else.
Yeah.
And this chick was into chocolate, like real chocolate, like cacao.
Oh, I was like, please describe, because was it like, it's Portland, so I'm like, is it a white girl that just like black men, or is this code for something?
No. This is
She
cacao.
get real happy around the holidays.
Just saying, show some Willy Wonka type stuff, you know what I'm saying?
She want that real chocolate. You feel me? But nah, she was into cacao.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But she was, she smoked hella weed, but was just on the cacao about how it help you, this and that. And I'm like, whatever. So then she started naming chocolates, and she hit chocolate dope. And I said, that's it. And then she's like, oh. And it kept going. I'm like, no, back up. I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's how chocolate dope came.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Does she get
All right.
credit?
So is she getting royalties?
Or is it like once y'all broke up, it was a done deal?
Right,
like,
thank you.
thanks,
Moving on.
Heifer. We appreciate you.
She
You have done your job.
Taking the cacao with me.
a friend of mine. She cool over here, but nah, we're not. I put the work in. You feel me? This is what it is.
So okay, so you mentioned a couple times that you've been in trouble. If you care sharing, like, what did you do?
You know what I'm saying? Dope cases, weed cases. You know what I'm saying? Battery cases. I've been to prison 3 times.
Holy cow!
But this is a long time ago.
Okay, you would change men.
So let me
I love it.
Man,
Doesn't it also kind of piss you off a little bit, some of the charges now behind weed specifically? And
Yeah.
that would make me mad.
So
Like,
okay,
can I get my time
so
back?
let me tell you about that real
That
quick.
part.
That don't make no sense. So leaving here, y'all legal. You go up towards Idaho? Is it Idaho? Right? Or is it? Yeah,
Above
Idaho.
us is Washington.
So Idaho is illegal in this little neck, and then Montana's legal. So they sitting there trapped out waiting on you, and
Waiting
there's
for
no
you to cross
reason.
the
I'm the
border.
most legal person.
Oh yeah,
this
at the
point.
borders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like this. The next like 45 minutes.
Right.
And they just sitting there. We pull up, and it's like about, I say at least 10, 15 police got people pulled over. You know, we saying, shit, lucky them than us.
They
And
said
thinking,
ain't no black people in Idaho, so as soon as y'all come across
What
that
you
state
doing here?
line, we
listen,
know what
one-
you doing.
One lonely police sitting there. I'm like, why is he by himself over here?
Because he
He
tracking.
hopped right behind me. So I get over it. Shit, nigga, you know.
He said, we got an NIGGA situation up in here.
No, that's exactly what it was.
Right.
He gets right behind me, you feel me? And then when I went over, he got behind me again and put the lights on. I'm like, okay, but I'm not tripping though, because we don't smoke. Ain't nothing happening.
Right.
You feel me? And this
got you for
dude,
There's no reason for you to check my car because I ain't
at
did
all,
nothing.
to get
Right.
in nothing.
Right.
This dude
Being
was
black
like
is it
everything.
all he needed though.
That part. And in Idaho, because why? Why are you
Why?
here?
Over the 45-minute stretch.
Right.
We know what's going on.
So
We were here like, he ain't got no reason to check you, but you still had stuff in your car like, you should have been doing. He wrong.
Let's get you out of this.
And it's a rental. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
shit. I don't know what's in this car, officer.
What's he having those Florida tags?
So he run up on us. I was like, everything good? You got, you know what I'm saying, insurance? I'm like, I got everything. I don't think
Right.
I ain't never been this legal ever in my life. You feel me?
You know something wrong with a black man. Got everything extra legal when he's doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got 18 kilos in the back trunk, but I got all
But
my
I'm
paperwork.
All my paperwork, I'm
Paperwork is in
legal though.
order.
I'm legal though. You feel me? So anyway, yeah, it was in the trunk, and this dude was like, okay, y'all good, then everything's good. So we're like, okay, so boom. All of a sudden, he come back, knock on my window, get out the car. I'm like, for what?
Oh, shit.
They don't get out, but he done took off.
Oh,
So I sat there. I'm like, I'm not getting out. Ain't no reason to get out.
right,
I know the rental went down. My man smoked cigarettes. We don't smoke weed.
right.
You know what I mean? So he made me get out. And he's like, we're going to bring the dogs. I'm like, I'm not consenting no dogs or nothing. But regardless, you can bring the dogs. 'Cause
Right.
He's not going to smell nothing. You feel me?
Right.
So check game. Made the dog walk around, you know what I'm saying, like 3 or 4 times.
Nothing.
Walk right past the trunk. Ain't nothing happening.
Uh-huh.
They say something in German. He jump up and get in my car.
Oh,
Not
so
the
there's a
dog, it's a
code.
plant.
See, we need to have them little translator things so that whenever you say something, it's gonna be like,
Yeah.
sick 'em. Right? We know what you said.
Right. So I know about this. I just don't know what he said. But I'm like, you said something. You made him jump in the car. I said, because we don't smoke weed, bro,
Right.
in a very long time. So I'm like, why would he be in my car?
Yeah.
I said, get your dog in my car.
Right.
So regardless, he still, he hit something. I said, no, he didn't. So he comes out. But I know where it's at. It's in the trunk. It's not in the car.
Right. So he in the wrong spot
He
altogether.
in the wrong spot anyway.
That's crazy.
So with that being said, when he said it hit, now they're gonna be able to check. It took them like 45 minutes before they even got to the trunk.
Because they were busy
because they
searching
were
the car.
trying to find something in the
car,
car.
right,
That's
'cause they
wild.
lied.
That's
Said something in
wild.
German to make the dog jump up and
Yeah.
hit. You feel me? And after that, they went in there, boom, boom. Me and my man's was like, wow, this is crazy.
That is.
Yeah, and they found, of course, they found it, taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? It was like 10 pounds on the front. You know what I mean?
Now, this situation happened before your clothing line?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what led to it.
Okay.
So, long story short, I beat the case.
Okay.
I got most definitely.
Yeah.
It's a legal search.
Right.
I just seen the situation on Facebook. Me and my ex had seen this dude got caught with some dope, some keys or something.
Oh wow.
And they bought the dogs for no reason.
Right.
And there was no reason for it, you know what I mean? He took
Right.
it all the way to Supreme Court and beat it. So now it's illegal to bring the dogs
Oh wow.
for no reason, just for
right.
a traffic stop.
Right.
Y'all know what I did, right? I just clicked.
Changed.
He said I clicked and went over too fast. That's why he put me over. First of all, you were smashing, going about 100 behind me.
Right.
You feel me?
Catch up.
And I said, "Ooh, wait a minute, let me go and get over." I don't want
Right.
you to hit
Right.
me.
Right.
And I got over too fast. He said, "That's why." And that's illegal.
Oh, so he was behind you before you did the illegal lane change or whatever it
yeah.
was. So
You know, I told
He
you,
was getting out of his way.
Right. He in the middle waiting. We pass him, and since I'm black, he sees, oh yeah, we got to get them. You feel me? And this is right before Montana. So we done passed 15 people getting pulled over,
of course.
and then boom, we right there. So then,
Bro, this story, stay out of Montana,
Listen.
Idaho.
That part. That
I
part.
wish we wouldn't have went that direction. But if I hadn't did that, life would have been different.
That's true.
I mean, obviously, all of our situations put us where we are today,
Yeah.
so we can't even be mad at
That's why I'm not
Right.
mad. Well, I'm not
Right.
mad anyway. I beat the case.
Yeah.
That part.
$35,000 later.
Oh.
You feel me? Oh yeah.
Your out-of-pocket
Everything,
expense?
yes. Me and my
Oh,
girl and
wow.
all that. Yes.
So
Over
even
some
though
nothing,
I was gonna say, even though you beat it, they didn't have to pay for your lawyer fees or nothing like that. It
Nah,
was-
only thing I got back because I had 3,500 in my suitcase.
They took that?
But they had to get back. So
Okay.
imagine how I felt
Back
about
his
that.
money, talking about we
you
ain't
know,
seen none.
My bad. Right, that
Right.
part. Or you could have just taken the money and just said, "Look, we'd be done."
I mean, they could have just gave it all back to me, and I've been happy about
Did
it.
they give you your
since-
drugs back?
Most definitely not.
Oh, man.
I'm like, hold on, I need all my stuff back. We can do this again next week.
Right.
Same time, same place.
You feel me?
Find me in another state. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, but after that, and that's what led to chocolate dope and the movement and all that. You feel me? That's how I got here. So
Gotcha. So
But,
what has been like the outside of getting in trouble, but what has been like the biggest struggle as far as being an entrepreneur and like kind of how'd you overcome it?
I'm gonna say the biggest struggle was when I got hurt. It wasn't. I've been doing this. This is, like I said, I ran a label. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was already selling clothes before. Got a store real quick and went back to selling drugs, which was stupid. But you know what I'm saying? I did clothing.
It's like I figured out how to get out of getting in trouble.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna do it
and
again.
then jump right back
Did
in.
it once, I could do it again.
It just don't make no sense. Just the way the mind frame of
Right,
thinking.
right.
It's just dumb. You know what I mean? And now that I look back at it, I'm like, man, I was tripping. You know what I mean? For real. Because I had situations like with the phones and everything. My partners had gave me a hole with Sprint and all that.
You like the Portland, Wisconsin version of I got the hookup.
Yeah.
Too much.
Oh my gosh.
But as an entrepreneur, would you say that you are more business-minded or artistic? Because both companies or brands that you've mentioned have been art-based. Either it be merch or it be in the music industry. Where do you think
I'm
you
both.
sit? Both?
So I'll tell you why. When I really did the music game,
Okay.
I didn't start out as the rapper. I could rap. I got the artist. You feel me? So I did all the business work. Me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? The business part of it. And then Cats went to jail, went to prison, came in, a lot of shit happened. And then I ended up to the end, missed out on the deal because of my brother. We're going to talk about that now because at this point, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because this is a situation
Yeah.
we kept quiet for a long time.
Okay.
My brother messed up a deal that I got in Detroit.
Oh.
And I got hurt. So I'm in the hospital, during the situation, and he just thought he was just going to cut me out, which didn't make no sense.
Oh.
So when you got hurt, did you fall down some stairs?
Nah, it's just a lot of alcohol and drugs over the years of partying.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? And it was in my stomach. It's really an old man disease.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I
like
caught
you couldn't digest whatever you were
It's
intaking.
called diverticulitis.
Ooh, that's interesting.
See, I thought you was gonna be like, yeah, I was out doing some shit I didn't need to do. I got stabbed and then I got shot. And I was in the hospital at the same damn time. I was waiting for one of the buttons.
He's like,
No,
I have an
thank God.
affliction. Is this what? Now, what is this?
Diverticulitis is when I ate some. How I came about it was I ate some peanuts, too many, and then all of a sudden it got caught up in there. Yeah.
Hold on.
Are you allergic?
Hold on, listen, because
No,
we're going
It's in the back. We don't want
Listen,
them
we gotta
around
talk
you
about
now.
all the things that you done did in your lifetime.
And the peanuts took you out.
And the peanuts took you out.
To be
Listen,
completely out on God.
it always be
I didn't
the,
know.
you
It'll always
know.
be something.
But
It
I'm not. It's not the peanuts. It's just the wrong time. Now it's
Okay.
over with. Whatever you put in there too much, and peanuts is one of them. If I ate a bunch of popcorn,
Oh,
it'd have been a wrap because they
Gotcha.
get stuck up in there and pussed up and.
Oh,
And I'm riding around in a car like this, like, what is going on? I'm talking about my shit hurts so bad. I don't know what it is.
oh wow.
And then
doubled
finally, it's crazy because I'm in a whip and I'm just leaned over my guy like, no, what are you doing? I'm like, bro, you just don't know. And then all of a sudden at the light, I'm like, oh no, I gotta go to the hospital right now.
Oh wow.
And went there and it was real. They was like, oh, you lucky you came right now.
And so while you were
That's
recovering,
hold on, that's the first time though.
yeah.
Then now I gotta stop eating steaks and all that. I eat steak on a regular. I'm not a really good eater. You gotta think this is not.
He's
This
eating
is
lobster,
not
steaks,
Portland.
and scrimps.
I came
you know
to
what I'm
Portland
saying?
is a whole different lifestyle. You feel
Right.
me?
It's supportive of that.
Yes.
Healthy eating.
Healthy
now.
eating like a mug here. You feel me?
They gonna get your veganism together.
A whole vegan over here, baby. But then after, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm going back to trying to eat regular. 'Cause I'm thinking it's all
Because now you
gravy.
feel better. Yeah.
And then it hit me again. I'm on the toilet crying. You feel me?
Oh no.
Yeah, it was like that. Like I was a heroin addict or something, like on there just hugging the toilet, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. I drank some muscle. Who's been working out, and I drank some muscle stuff, and that went right to it and messed it all up because it was already messing up.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, so this happened right as we going to get the deal. You feel me?
Gotcha. So you had to go to the hospital, and then your brother.
And they said, you got to get surgery. It's a wrap.
Wow.
If you don't surgery, you're gonna die.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So while you're in surgery.
So while I went to surgery,
Mm-hmm.
this is right there. Well, no, I hadn't taken surgery yet. I went in there for that.
Okay.
And I got to get cleaned up and everything. That's when we're supposed to get the deal.
Okay.
And my brother tried to cut me out, and the dude was like, "Oh no, that's the one who got the deal. You can't. You don't know this. You
Right.
thinking it's really just the rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate that we, you know what I'm saying, Mellow G, my partner, and we still cool. You know what I'm saying? We the one started this. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And I hate to this day. I feel bad because like my brother did that, and it was really you because he really had the last word.
Right.
But it just, you know what I mean? Because my brother came through with a story that was out of control, but he was jealous of me. You know what I mean?
So it was you and your brother and the rapper, and your brother tried to go and finish the
completely,
deal
yeah.
with the rapper and whoever you were doing the deal with while you were out.
I mean, we
Okay.
get phone calls, paid shows from this dude from, I forgot where it was, but like we never heard of it. That's why I knew it was
Right.
real. It's real anyway because people we're dealing with.
Right.
One of the brothers came to see us.
Oh wow.
Not my fault. We came to see them.
Okay.
He called me and said, come to Detroit right now.
Wow.
He said, be here by tomorrow.
Oh wow.
He said they don't want none of the rappers here in Detroit.
Mm.
I'm like, damn, for real? He said, just come down here already. But really, he's already set it up because he rock with me.
That's
Because
dope.
every time I go to Detroit,
Right.
we go see him. And
Right.
I just watch him, you know what I'm saying, see what's going on. And he's like, man, niggas don't be coming to Detroit.
Yeah.
That
And
part.
I'm like,
so are you and your
shit.
brother still?
Yeah, it's
No,
out
we're not
outs?
cool.
Oh, okay.
Still
Ever
not-
since.
Ever since. No,
Gotcha.
it ain't been,
Does he try to deny that he tried to cut you out? I mean, like,
It's a lot.
not a misunderstanding.
It's some extra stuff that went on with him that he's delusional about.
Okay.
And so with me and the whole, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but it just don't make no sense. It ain't cool that it happened that way. But I had to bring that part out because a lot of people don't know what happened.
Right.
We was gone.
Right.
You feel me? Then I came out and should have went, but I'm like, you gotta think I had some dope rappers on the label.
Listen.
I mean, rest in peace, McBang. You know what I'm saying? Him. You know what I'm saying? 50. You know what I mean? Was killing them. I'm talking about a down south Jadakiss. He was like a Gucci Jadakiss.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it was I had like probably about 14 people working for me that wasn't, in the rap game, anybody get paid. You feel me?
Right.
For the
Y'all
most part.
hustling for real until you get that big
label.
deal.
You don't do the label at all anymore.
No,
There's lots of talent in the city.
Yeah, but you gotta think, I was really in it, for real. And then once you see what this really is, it's crazy. And then I got to rapping, and it was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? We even opened up for YG back home and went lit. And was lit. You feel me? So
I mean, you
Do
keep
you miss
talking
being on
about
stage?
houses.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Would you do it again?
No.
Like
No?
right now?
Yeah.
We on the same page, right?
I'm an old man. It's a wrap. I'm done.
Spaghetti. Jokes and.
But so no, you wouldn't get back on stage again. But is it still a passion that you ever write, or are you a freestyler?
No, I was never a
Okay.
freestyler. I was a writer, but I loved it. I mean, I come from this rap game. I'm originally from Long Island, New York. You know what I'm saying? Before I moved to
been
Detroit.
Okay, wait a
Everywhere.
minute. So you say you're from Long Island, but
By
we have
way of
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
So
Okay.
where did you come out your mama's coochie
Hold on,
at?
hold on. See, this is gonna really mess y'all up. So I came out to my mama coochie in
London.
Washington State, Medical Aid, Washington.
Shut the front door, and
circle.
then
Yeah.
you went where from there?
That's to New York.
Okay. And
I
then,
lived with my stepfather though for a year.
Okay.
In West Palm Beach, Florida, which some people gonna see that.
been
Which is,
everywhere.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my stepfather out there, which I thought was my real father, but he's the only father I know. You feel
You
me?
got a story, don't you?
listen.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I do. I got a big story.
Favorite city you've lived in?
I love Dallas. Dallas is one of my favorite cities.
I've heard
Dallas
that a
over
lot.
Houston?
Yeah, because I love both, but I got more people in Dallas.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
there. My partner from my partner Coop DeVille. Shout out to Coop DeVille, Top Shelf Films. I was manager of Top Shelf Films too at one point in time. After the rap game,
So now we did movies and everything else in film.
Right.
Like,
He
goodness.
did
doing-
You
we
ready to
doing-
start your own studio.
we doing hood to hood though. You know what I'm saying at the time.
Yeah.
So imagine me being sick. I can't get up. He
Yeah.
calls and says, "I know your problem is, you need to be busy. You need your." And he's like, "Bro, get up, man." And says, "I need you to do an interview." I'm like, "Well, who?" He said, "The real Rick Ross."
Oh,
I said, "What?" Imagine me laying,
Wow.
popping pills, trying to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? My shit hurting. He's like, "Bro, my cousin got Rick Ross, man. I want you to do the interview."
not Rick Ross the rapper,
Not
but the
Rick Ross,
real Rick
one.
Ross.
He just got a jail.
He owed me 100 favors.
He owed me 100 favors.
Okay, so I got a serious question for you now.
Okay.
With all of these endeavors
Mm-hmm.
and all the locations you've lived and all the businesses you manage and people you work with,
Mm-hmm.
how do you sustain a relationship amongst all of your business? Like, is it hard to meet quality women to date and that they're not just kind of chasing after your lifestyle, but that's something you can build?
So the rap game is groupies,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta go through that.
I said, it seemed like he took full advantage of that
I
situation.
mean, I would too if I could. But like, come on over here, little
I need
thing.
some male. We need some Dirty
Right.
Rose male
I've been
groupies.
trying to get some male
Oh, yeah.
groupies on my page for a minute now.
now. Okay.
Oh,
They
yeah,
just think I'm too
Let me do some
square, but I'm with it.
auditions.
Hey,
We
bust
got a
couple of
casting couch.
16s. Bust a couple of 16s, y'all been together just like that. I'm telling you.
We did have an audition couch. We did interviews on a whole what looked like a anyway.
So you saying like, how can I do? So it's not just that, really, because once you do all that, we messed up a lot of fans. That's how me and my mans came up with it, right? And so when I came here, I wasn't planning on that, and then of course, I ended up having a baby with a girl I didn't even know. Cause man, we're not that smart when it comes to the first time we hit it, right, with the condom.
Oh God.
And then we go Tupac, right after, you know what I mean by when I say Tupac, right? The bald head, no hat. So
What?
So what happens is,
Yo, I've never heard
I
that.
would say, I would like, hey, daddy, you want to go Tupac in? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
You trying to Tupac on Tuesday? What's
He
up?
gonna be like, "Which one to shoot you?"
Yeah, shoot at the club.
so like for some reason we think when we hit with the condom, right?
Yeah.
We think it sterilized the pussy of everything. So that means your pussy.
Wait,
ain't
who
good.
thinks
Wait,
that?
who-
Men, we do. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. This is what we do.
never.
No, but listen though. Think about it. We
Okay.
take you home. We use
Yeah.
the condom. We might use the condom one more time after that. We raw daddy.
So you think that the
latex,
the
is
latex
sterile.
We must. Cause why would we do it?
Sterilizes
Everything.
the soldiers.
It just stops it all.
It's a block.
It blocks the whole
It's like
situation.
ants. You know, like ants like have a memory pattern, and like so like if there's a blockage right there, they never go that way again. It's like his semen was like, oh, we know there's something there. We're just
Right.
gonna retreat back
There was
into
a
the
condom
nutsack.
there once.
There was one time ago.
So we don't do that way.
Right.
We're gonna go to the right.
Like, why would we like?
What the fuck? I have never.
But like,
Parents teach sex ed at home, please,
Right.
because
man,
if
They're not
not,
teaching it in
please,
schools.
they not. And men, y'all know I ain't lying, cause you know what I'm saying. One
gotta do a
time,
follow-up on
we
this
used the
one.
condom one time. I done did it one time, and then you know the second time, she just slide over
And then
me.
she pregnant.
And then
see, I felt like it was more like you do the condom because you want to see if they with the condom, like you know,
Yeah.
like. Oh yeah,
You did the right thing the
'cause then,
first
right? You
time.
did the right thing, and then you're like, okay, she's safe because she was with it. She trying to be safe too.
that's good
now
logic.
we good, right? No, now we good
that
because
is some good logic, but then
but he's
that's
like,
not-
no, but that's not
that's
it.
not what
That
that
ain't
ain't it. Because I know women who just play the role, and they nasty than a mug too.
Well, and see now, I also
And now I'm
understand
burning.
like if you're hooking up with someone and it's like the first time too,
Stay at you.
and you bring that condom the first time, but you only brought one, and then
Yeah.
you're trying to go back. I could see how that happens. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I
like-
can see it, but no.
because you, it's
And
like,
if
oh
it-
man, I only
we
brought one
are
with me.
so logical, and then he's like, nah,
No.
we just thought it sterilized. We
Sterilized.
good.
We ain't even
I got a
trying-
whole
hey,
box
look.
in the car. I ain't gonna get it though.
Hey, I done had the condom in my pocket and didn't even use it. That's the problem with us, with men. We don't be thinking we want to go,
problem. Don't use
especially
condoms.
especially if we like we when we meet and you seem like you the perfect girl.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, the house smell good. Oh, your pussy, it got to be the best. It got
Your
to be
bathroom
good.
clean. You can
Right.
cook.
Yeah,
you
can
must
cook
keep
it.
your coochie clean.
You must keep
okay?
your coochie clean. You got to. You don't be
And we
letting
ain't
nobody
gonna have
just.
no babies off of this.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No babies and nothing, no diseases. You feel me? But like we just don't, we ain't that smart when it comes to that.
Oh man.
So yeah, I didn't know my
Oh,
girl,
man.
and boom, bing, just like that. And next year I was in Dallas.
That was literally how it happened to
Yeah,
me.
boom, bing,
Just
bam.
like that.
Come back from Dallas. She was like, what she said? She said she was on a period. And then she said she got it. And then when I came back, she was like,
spotting.
she said, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about? She was spotting.
Been there.
And then
Yeah.
next thing you know, she pregnant. She said, I'm pregnant. She threw up every day. And then guess what came back? My diverticulitis. So this is during chocolate dope and all this, when everything was starting to get ready to get busy.
Man.
We
Timing.
both skinny as crackheads. She throwing up every,
I'm gonna take a
and not just every day, she throwing up about 6 times a day.
Dang.
She got to start smoking weed to only throw up 3 times a day.
Oh.
She's feeding me broth.
I know people
'cause
like
I can't
that.
eat.
Yeah.
I can't eat food. When once this happens, you gotta eat broth for like a
Right,
good-
because you got inflamed stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh man, it's bad. So
All
you
that.
gotta eat broth. I can't eat no food. Period. I can't even eat cereal. Nothing.
See, I know somebody who has that same kind of
Diverticulitis.
situation with weed though. So every time they smoke, they're debilitated for like weeks, like
Really?
keeled over, can't. And
Oh, that's it.
once they got better, they were like, okay, I'm better now. I can smoke weed again. They did it again.
And do it again.
And got fucked up, and so now they can't smoke
No, but
down.
I know someone like old girl who had to smoke during, well, at least she claims. I don't know the science behind this, but she had to smoke during her pregnancy so that she could eat. Because you got to feed the baby while
Right,
you're pregnant, and if
right.
you're throwing everything up, and the only thing that's settling is I've seen that happen with someone
Yeah,
else
I
before,
have.
too.
There is like a medical thing. I'm not a doctor, so we ain't gonna make no
We ain't-
claims.
right.
Please don't
You know
listen
what's
to
crazy?
us.
I'm not that nervous, but I ain't that nervous. Virgo, Sagittarius.
You're fucking right.
So
How'd you
Because
know?
I'm a Virgo for one, and I. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
do that. Don't do us like that. We already vibing.
Yeah,
Don't do
you know
that.
what I'm
You
saying?
love
The vibe
Virgos 'cause you
is
love
real.
me.
The vibe is real, but Sagittarius, one of my best partners is Sagittarius.
We
So we back in the
amazing.
game.
Everybody loves
That's why
us.
Come
you
on
my
now.
bestie.
You
What-
feel me?
But you're a September Virgo. What are you a?
September 5th.
Okay, so
My
I
son-
can,
my
I can
son
rock to the
20th.
September Virgos. Them August Virgos.
Yeah, August Virgo.
Yeah, they different. They different. You feel me? Coop,
They moved to
Coop.
Florida.
Yeah,
They'll take care
y'all
of it.
different.
Let me stop. Ain't no trauma or triggers there. No. Okay, so you mentioned, so that was your oldest child or your youngest child
Or
currently?
Nas,
You have two.
it's a Virgo.
The one that you're talking about with the unplanned pregnancy,
Yeah, that's Nas. It's the newest one.
the newest one. So the
He's
5-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. But you do have a 24-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was that also
took a break.
sterilization?
She playing that.
She planned it. Okay, got it. Got it.
And she was a nurse, so she knew exactly what day and all that. And I was trying to back out last minute, and she jumped on.
Wait, hold
we
on.
ovulating.
Yeah,
We
You
doing
tried
this.
to
Right.
wait. When you say you tried to back out, we tried to pull out, or you tried to back
No, I
out?
was laying down. I tried to back out.
Ain't no backing out of that. She was
No,
like,
she wasn't having it.
She's like, remember you sterilized it. We good.
Straight up. Yeah,
Wait, hold on. I gotta go back to this. So the sterilization thought was 5 years ago. How old are you?
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm lucky. I told you I'm an old man now. You feel me? I'm an old man.
But 5 years ago, I'm gonna need you to know better.
No, right.
No,
I thought this was. That's why I thought this was the first kid. Because I thought it make
he
sense.
was
You were young
19.
and dumb.
He was young.
No.
You was our age, bro. What?
Man, we don't. I'm gonna tell y'all the best time to get a man really is around like 40. To me, it's really about 45, because that's when we really start understanding, life with
Not
women.
till 45, huh?
Not till about 40.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
we
wait,
say life, we get
that
money and all
tracks.
that. 'Cause you see young millionaires and all that, but
Yeah.
no. But as far as with women, we are not ready until we're like in our 40s.
Okay, so
No.
there's still hope because
You know.
I'm now in that bracket.
Except for them men didn't want kids and stuff, and then we over here with our geriatric pregnancies. and
Listen, I
stuff.
told him ain't nobody gonna get these eggs, but we can go adopt some.
She said she likes them scrambled,
I've
not
seen that.
fertilized.
Man, I've seen it.
Nobody wants these old ass eggs but one person. Okay, just one, and
Damn.
they ain't getting no old egg. I'm not producing no old babies.
Listen, you
old
gonna
egg
get your
babies.
you gonna get your redheaded Asian stepchild.
I'm
you know
going
what I'm
to
saying?
adopt.
Oh,
That
man.
would be awesome.
It would be though.
Somebody don't want their child. I'll take care of it. I'm just saying. That's how adoption works.
That's exactly how it works. For real.
Yo, you can't say it like that.
When someone doesn't want their kid, that's usually when they put it up for adoption
I know,
versus
but
putting
it's
it up for
the
abortion.
The way that you put it up for abortion, bitch. We gonna change subjects.
I'll take care of the babies nobody wants. Send them my way. What's
Can't
up?
say it like
Put them on my tax returns because I need a dependent. I'm making too much to not have a dependent at this
Yeah,
point.
and right now Smokey and Rosie don't
Yeah,
count.
they don't
This
count.
drink, I ain't gonna lie, this drink good though.
Listen, you know why we talking about it?
What's the
Shout
name?
out
What's the
to Nebula 9. You know they
Don't ask me to say it.
she been
That's
saying it
why I
wrong.
ain't say the name. 'Cause
That's
I don't-
hilarious.
I'm messing up already.
No, shout
it's
out to
good,
our
though.
sponsors. If y'all can see it around, and you've been seeing our posts. We've been doing recipe videos with Nebula 9 Vodka. They've been
Nebula
sponsored
9.
us for this season 6. They've been amazing. They've got these ready to drink cocktails in a can that you see. Mr. Chocolate Dope. We've all
Pineapple
got.
Passion.
Oh yeah,
Fire.
the grape one is amazing. That's my favorite. But they've got these ready to drink cocktails. They're available in Costco's that sell liquor. But you can also get their actual vodka bottles that are 4 times distilled, apple cider vinegar, flavored with natural fruit juices and agave. Like, it's amazing liquor for real. It's local, black owned to the Pacific Northwest. They're all over the country at this point. But
Really?
you can check them out. Yeah, nebula9vodka.com, and that's the number 9. And then their social media is Nebula9 Vodka as well. But yeah,
Moscow
shout out.
Mule right here. That's the one.
Listen, he been
Listen,
killing
the best
it.
part, no hangovers because they're
No-
using real
right.
fruits. Yeah.
And the apple cider vinegar helps
Yeah.
detox
I mean,
you
if you
before
drink
you
about 20 I'm sure you're
Well,
gonna
I
end up
mean,
with a hangover.
You want to try?
No,
Yeah.
no.
We got some boxes in the
Wait, because he said, didn't you just hear me say that when I drink too much or eat too much of
I
one
can't
thing?
fuck with that or them peanuts. Don't do
Right.
it to me,
Nah,
okay?
don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh my God! But
real.
no, yeah, it is good vodka, and we've been sipping, so we like it. But you mentioned relationships and all those things, and we wonder, how do you can never answer the question? How
Oh,
do
okay.
you
Yeah, I was gonna
balance?
circle back to
We
that.
need to come back to that because we got into some sterilizations. But how do you balance relationships with your massive amounts of work and entrepreneurship?
It's the hardest. It's not easy. My girl was like, I don't pay attention to her for a long time. My ex, and it's when you done been through it in the rap game, and it ain't nothing to get no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, It just ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some people that just hard, they try hard, they gotta buy it. You know what I mean? And all that. But it just wasn't. Once you in the game for real. Women like people doing something like that's really on something.
Ambition is very sexy for a lot of people. Ambition, drive.
Yeah.
You can get if you got an idea and a concept of an
something.
idea, then you gonna get some coochie.
Ambition is sexy.
Yeah, it really is.
I know dudes who ain't got nothing getting coochie. So imagine someone that know what they're doing.
If they talk a good game, they be like, "Yeah, girl, I'm working on all these projects." They be like, "Oh yes, daddy, I'm sterilized. I'm sterilized."
Sterilize me.
You know what I mean?
Oh man.
But but no, as far as relationship wise, you know, I'm not really into the relationship because I done been through it all. So now, it's just I gotta be cool. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, if we do something together, get this money, but it's gotta be over here, because when you're in a relationship with somebody, either you doing something major, or we gotta come to the light. Like my ex, like we gotta do this together, and I noticed that works. Cause think about back in the day. Way back when we off the land, you feel me? When nobody going somewhere else to work, all of us is together. I'm going to kill. You help me do this. You get the corn,
right?
And we getting busy.
So then, would an ideal relationship for you be someone who is as ambitious as you?
Yes, definitely.
Or your support?
Yeah, or just my support.
Well, because what I'm saying is she someone that has her own careers, jobs, drive, and is in her own lane? Or is it going to work better for you that she can kind of make your business run easier, run smoother, and be your support?
If that happens, though, because you don't know what happens. Like I just told you, my situation, I'm not nobody who's going to run out on my kid. You know, dudes be...
Right.
In the situation I came in, niggas would have left. Been gone, like, okay, sorry, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I dropped him off, but figure it out.
I thought you were sterilized.
I thought you were sterilized.
Not my problem.
That's your fault. Why ain't you sterilized?
Why ain't you right? You know, yours went against
I did my part. I wore a condom once.
For the first time, I wore it. Matter of fact, I wore it twice. It should have really been straight. You feel me? Should have been super double
Matter of
sterilized.
fact, that ain't my baby. Who's baby? That's my baby would be sterile right now.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That is great.
I'll focus.
but yeah, it just yeah, I forgot.
No, it's okay. So
I'm thinking about you.
Ideally, you would want somebody who is ambitious, and if they're not ambitious in their own lane, you would want somebody who is able to help you with your ambition.
No. Hold on. Let me explain to you first. I'm not the best boyfriend at this point.
He said, period. I'm single for a reason.
But the fact that he knows that is dope.
That is,
yeah, I'm going to keep 100 because ever since I got hurt, can we go to that part? So,
yeah.
So that way we can explain to you what's going on. So when I got hurt, we had a store on Knife and Gleason. Not Knife and Gleason. Knife and Burnside.
Okay.
We getting robbed every day. Not every day, but it seemed like it. 6 back to back. Before we even opened it, get robbed. Then we had the big old grand opening. It was lit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy AC Cream. You know what I mean? And yeah, we got it in. We got robbed before the opening. So then had to postpone it from November 21st to December. Yeah, December. And then we was on from there. And then we got robbed again.
Damn.
Then got robbed again.
That's a lot.
Kicked in, broke windows. They $2,000 windows now.
Jeez.
Wait, this is your
Store?
home, your store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man.
Were they taking merchandise or money or
So
equipment? Like, what was happening?
no, ain't no money. We didn't let nobody take no money.
We took that every night. We're
come on,
good.
you feel me?
Got dropped in the bank.
But they stole laptops, they stole clothes, and then one time they stole. Let me get up here. They stole my new hoodies I just brought out, right?
Oh.
But no, but hold on. They only stole small, medium, and large. And I was like,
How are you being intentional when you steal something? Like, I can only
because they reselling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what made me know. Then I got happy. I'm like, damn.
At least my stuff is out there.
Somebody want it.
Somebody, you know what I'm saying?
He was like, I'm gonna run this
On a
insurance
whole other level.
claim.
If you steal mine and resell it, that means people really want it.
I'm being
and they put-
boosted. This is a come up.
This is right. You feel me? So, but then I was like, nah. But then they, then one time they came in. So check game. They come in one time, don't take nothing, snatch the pants off the mannequins, You know what I'm saying? Snatch them down. Like, I'm like, y'all trying to smash the mannequins? And then, like, what's going on here? And then there was a bottle of Curve, which I don't know who be. I'm not knocking nobody who still rock the Curve
since the early 90s.
Since the early 90s.
Since we started first wearing cologne and perfume.
You feel me?
Curve and cool water was
Okay, I'm glad y'all
package
said
deal.
it. Hey, I ain't say that till y'all was still rocking Curve. You feel me? They said that. But yeah, it was back in the 90s though. It was good. I liked it. But anyway, it was on there, and I'm just like Curve, and then there was something else. So we called the police. I'm like, well, we got some stuff in there that ain't ours. Y'all can do the, you know what I mean? The fingerprints. They're like, nah, we don't do fingerprints unless someone got killed to do an armed robbery. I'm like, well, wait a minute. This is a robbery bank. I mean, so what if it ain't no killing?
Right.
And this is when the police is defunded.
Oh, they're like, we ain't got time for this.
Right, I got better things to do.
Yo.
But no, you don't. You should come in here.
He said, no, you don't.
That's what they saying.
That's what they said.
Right.
But I'm like, no, you don't. This is an easy one.
Right.
It's an easy one because you'll get the fingerprints.
Right. They literally left their mark.
And they was like, nah. Right, literally.
Give me some Scotch tape. I'll pick it up myself.
You know what I'm saying?
Run these.
And I ain't gonna lie, what I was thinking about, I was trying to figure out how I can get it myself.
Listen,
transfer.
we'd be like, I'm doing an employee background check. I just need to run these fingerprints for the background check.
Just give them to me. I'll
Nah,
take it.
them facts. But yeah, so after that, and then we was in Houston doing a pop-up. We had like 10 spots we went to for the cigar joint. You know what I mean? So shout out to my people out there that did that for this Dante's people out there. You know what I'm saying? So we go out there for that, and then the last day get a call from AC Cream talking about they robbed us again. And he's snatching the dude.
Right.
He's snatching the dude out the thing, and he's smoking heroin while he's you see chocolate dope stuff all up in there, jackets and stuff, and he's pulling them out, and he's still getting high as he's pulling them out.
Wait, with heroin?
Yes.
Wait, so he had needle?
No, he wasn't on the needle. He was smoking it.
Oh, okay. Like that's how I don't,
But
I don't
still,
do drugs.
you don't need to be
I
smoking
just
it.
a spoon in the bathroom somewhere, just waiting for some chocolate dope merchandise to come through. You know what I'm saying?
With a spoon in the hand.
Right. Like, come on, this shit is
Yo.
crazy. Yeah. So, you know.
You think it was the same person doing it every single time? Oh, wow.
So we don't know if
Y'all
it,
had some hot
You guys aren't in that
products.
location no more, right?
most definitely not.
I was like, listen,
So
I'm
that's
sure
why
the
I
insurance was like, we are not
you're no
refunding you
longer
shit.
insurable.
You see how y'all understood that, by the way? And a lot of people just didn't, it was on somewhere else, like I'm doing it on purpose. First of all, we just opened. Why would I do it on purpose?
Right.
I ain't been out here for 5 years.
Literally trying to make some money.
I ain't been out here for 5-6 years. And I'm like, man, we got to hit a lick. Let's go on, set it on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. This is the beginning before we even open, and then boom, boom, boom. So 5 times.
Wow.
So we're like, bro, we're just gonna shut it down. You know
And
what I
that's a
mean?
testament of how the city has kind of transitioned from our beautiful green.
It was right after. I mean, not gonna
luscious.
say right after, but it was the riots and shit. You know what I mean? But it
Gotcha.
wasn't.
That makes sense.
It wasn't right after, but it still wasn't long enough.
There was a lot of people that moved into the town that are not from here and also not contributing to the economy, which
All
is
those
put
things.
nicely.
for
We'll
real.
say it nicely, but yeah.
Yeah. So after that, I would say I didn't notice it before, but my head was messed up as far as not that part because I made more money before it even the store.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because I was out here moving and grooving. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of money
Said
involved.
we were hustling.
Yeah, for real. As far as the clothes, you got to think everybody. We was in with Marquise. I was by Marquise, Gourmet Brothers.
Oh,
We
okay.
was in
Shout
that
out
spot
Marquise.
shout out Marquise, and we was there the whole time. COVID.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm allowed to go out because I got the card, the weed card. But the Asian dude let me come in there, which I couldn't believe he did. But he was like, I get this money, so if you want to pay this
Listen.
once a month, let's get it.
They about their money.
You feel me? So it was weed, alcohol, and food that you're gonna be outside for.
Listen, Marquis gonna be like, bro, why you telling my business? He gonna be like, bleep that shit out.
Right.
I'm still trying to cater.
Your damn editing button.
So the whole,
He said order that special greens, you know what I'm saying, with the special sauce, you know what I'm saying, for delivery.
Oh Lord.
So y'all know right there, what's it, MLK and Lombard, that spot.
Yeah.
That big ass spot right there.
Yeah.
We was all up in there.
Okay.
But
That's
I'm
a
in
good
there.
food car spot.
Me and there.
Over there by the
The
Taco
food cart
Bell.
over there by Yam Yams where
Yeah.
that used to be.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yam
Yeah.
Yams. If you don't know about
Oh,
Yam
man.
Yams, man.
Oh man, I was eating a whole lot of that. For real. Nah, for real. So we in there getting it cracking, and I was kind of like, it was dope because we was outside, but it was hot. Ooh, we was like, I remember it was like 110.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we was out there though. You know what I mean? Getting to it, and that's what got things started. Like real heavy. A lot of people, knowing who Chuckle Dope was and all that.
Yeah. I think I did see you out there because you had the spot underneath the tent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Showed it. I seen it before I even knew you. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
I haven't seen it, but I wish I did.
Yeah, well, you're in Virginia, so you know you
Mm-hmm.
can.
I'll see it though.
You see it now. You got
You
it.
got,
see
you
it
got it.
now,
I'm
right?
gonna say you got it
Listen.
on. You got it
Listen.
on.
I'm wearing this around my city out there, and people are like, "Where do you get that?" Be like,
I do.
Well.
I ain't gonna lie. I love when I come to visit you and I be wearing my local brands because don't nobody got it. They be like,
You
where'd
know
you
for a
get
fact,
that
and
at?
they right, and
Right.
you shitting on them.
I try to tell folks, give me your merch. I'll get the word out over there.
Listen,
My
hint, hint, wink,
homegirl
wink,
in
nudge,
Virginia,
nudge. You know what I'm
She
saying?
said, you need to send me some, because ain't nobody wearing in Virginia. I'm like, oh yeah, now there is.
No, what
You're
part of
that
Virginia is she in?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, I'm over there in the DMV area, so I'll.
The DMV?
Yeah, I'll touch.
The DMV area. The V in DMV.
Right. Well, I'll touch Maryland, DC, and Virginia. So I got you.
Without telling everybody exactly where she
Is that
lives.
right, facts.
You don't need to know that I'm in Northern.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what are the top 4 qualities you look for in a person that you would want to date, or well, you're not dating, but
If I wanted to.
if you wanted to date or sterilize, whatever.
Not one or the other. Either you dating or you sterilizing.
We're doing both.
You ain't doing
Okay,
both.
the number one, they gotta have a fat ass. I like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying.
He said, "I know
That's
what
a
I
quality.
want.
That is a
I know what
quality.
I
I
want.
don't care. I don't care.
looking for.
I don't care if you got no ass today. But we can go handle the business. Go to Miami. We go and get this BBL.
Go get it
You
figured
know,
out.
hey man, y'all can get what y'all need. That's the thing about women. Y'all can get what y'all want. You know what I mean? Go handle that. Get that BBL. Get
So,
that ass.
Number 1, get a fat ass.
Fat ass.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I mean? Then I like a intelligent, real smart girl. You feel me?
That comes after the ass.
After that fatty, gotta be smart.
And there's that, you know. But that's
man.
true. You see with your eyes first, so it makes
Right.
sense.
We
but-
visual. Men are visual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know.
gosh.
And then you got to be ambitious, you know, like with the shit, you know what I mean? I'm on the entrepreneurial type side, so I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not. But, you know what I'm saying, you got to have that. It ain't just about, working for somebody and this and that. And family, real family orientated
Okay.
is what I like. You know what I'm saying?
All
I've
right.
been there where it's not and it's sad, you know what I'm saying?
No, that makes sense. So if you were trying to get sterilized by a Reggie Taco Dope, you gotta have a fat ass, gotta be smart, gotta be ambitious, and you gotta be about your family,
Well,
even though you're
listen.
sterilized.
Well, listen, I'm currently single and I meet those qualifications.
She said I'm sterilized.
Is you sterile?
Well, maybe after the first time, I might
First
be.
time?
We'll find out.
Swear to God, I cannot.
We gonna find
oh
out.
my God. That is funny.
Oh, Lord.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done for love? Or perceived love?
Right. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't never been in love. Fuck these
Right.
bitches.
Right.
About
I
his
ain't
money.
Yeah, really, I ain't never did nothing too crazy as far as me. I wasn't the best boyfriend type shit, you feel me? Because I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't really explain. I've always been, I can be a good boyfriend when I tell you the truth. My first one, I lied a lot. My bags are out in front of the house all the time, getting packed. You feel me?
She didn't put a chocolate dope outside.
Bright ass blue bags that everybody can see.
Them IKEA plastic bags.
Oh my God. Big old
The
blue
ones that we
bags.
be.
Yeah.
On purpose, you know what
Listen,
I'm
they hold a
saying?
lot.
They
Man,
do,
a whole
and they
lot.
sturdy.
And I had a lot, we owned the house back then, so it's like a whole lot of stuff. And I'm just like, oh,
Oh,
yeah, come on.
Not again.
Okay, but that's crazy because I hear that a lot. Where like guys are like, "Well, I tell you the truth, so that makes me a good guy." But does it just make you a truthful bad guy? Or
Oh, no, hold on. So after that, I said I stopped lying to women. So after that, you just keep 100, and I got like 5 or 6 chicks I mess with, and you got to deal with that, or leave me alone,
Or, I mean,
right?
this is what I was talking about toxic honesty, though.
That part
Because
You know
just because it's honest
doesn't make it good.
doesn't mean that it's like healthy for
No, let me explain that to you then.
Okay.
Since you accepted it, then who's toxic, me or you?
That's very
Well,
true
if
too.
they do accept it, I mean that is on them.
Yeah, that's
I
a
guess.
fact.
That's the whole point of me telling you the truth.
You have
Hey,
a choice.
look, shorty, I got a little baby mom over there, and she do this for me, and I got shorty, you know, she get down, she strip.
No, you're right, that
she
is a
strip, but she
choice.
get down, you know
It
what I'm saying?
is.
But a girl, she work at the DMV to make sure we all good, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we don't, and yeah.
Make sure everybody
Make sure
your ID's the real
Right,
ID.
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody has
so
real ID.
Listen,
You know
I got
what I'm
a
saying?
funny ass DMV story. So I used to work at the men's warehouse at Lloyd Center back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
and the DMV was across. And we used to always know, like, when people go in for their appointments, they would run their information through the DMV system. And if the person was like, "Oh, have a seat, we'll be right with you," it meant that you got flagged and they were going to get somebody. So we would be at the little gate watching, and we would see people get flagged. We'd be like, "Run!" Oh, like they're calling
about
the
to get
police. And we would see people run out
Oh,
the store. They
gosh.
would be hopping over the little benches that were outside.
Wait,
police.
where was this? I know there was a DMV in the Lloyd Center.
Yeah, so
but-
men's warehouse was right across
Yeah.
from the DMV, and yeah, that's
never
you know
knew
I used
that.
I used to dress men for a living.
I did
Okay.
not know
Okay,
that
all right.
that's what they were doing
Yes.
when they asked you to have a seat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't been in that situation.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never heard of
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, we would be watching stuff like we.
How much time we got?
Oh, we good. We got about
Let
10
me-
more
let me
minutes.
tell y'all-
He was like, I got one more story. Go ahead, boo. You got this.
Let me tell y'all, because I know y'all want to get to y'all questions, but let me tell y'all how the clothing line in general came out.
Yeah.
I'm in prison, my first time in prison, right?
Every story starts good when it's in prison.
And
the first time.
and I noticed the clothes was like the jeans with Levi's and like Leigh's, and the shirts were bogus. And I was just like,
Not we need to step the fashion up in prison.
they need to step the fashion up. And I just was telling everybody like,
Take that orange patch off they need.
like
This
come
is
on,
the
man,
perfect-
like this whack.
Chocolate dope is the new black. Okay.
Right, you feel me? So I was like, my nickname P Nice.
P nice.
Yeah, so everybody in there calling, oh, P Nice, what's up? And I was like, man, you know what? I'm finna come out with a clothing line with the P on it, right? Now I'm thinking, I didn't notice this until later. The whole prison, you know what I'm saying? Not the whole prison, but you know, most of the brothers is coming.
D Block.
Well, no. More than that. No, D Block, E Block, W Block. They coming up on me talking about, oh yeah, what's up with you, youngin'? I see you, bro. Yeah, but I'm gonna need some of that gear, that P gear, bro. I'm gonna need that.
Aw.
I'm telling people, and it got to the point where everybody is visualizing my shirt with the P on and all that, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So I get out. My first shirt was P Nice, big old P, with nice and cursive right here,
Uh-huh.
and that's where it came from.
Oh, that's dope.
Interesting.
Even
that.
though, but listen now, nobody told me that it was illegal, not just illegal, no way possible was I ever gonna be able to be a criminal and sell my own clothes to the prison.
But why not?
Cause that's, man, what?
They
Yeah,
have.
why not?
I mean, no, but I'm saying
yeah.
like, because usually, obviously, there's a standard for what they can wear, and
But they wouldn't even do that though, like it's a rap. They already they're plugged in. I don't know why I can't think of the name because it was on Final Lac in Milwaukee. It's on Final Lac, the name of who they're getting their stuff from.
All right.
But it would never be a criminal. This is a
Oh,
private.
so you're saying that you could sell stuff as long as you didn't have a criminal background.
Right.
Got you. Okay.
Hold on. It would have to be at Nike. Something like that.
because that's who they have a
their
partnership
contract
with.
yeah,
with.
where
Okay,
they
so like a
contract
major
with, right?
company.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't no getting no.
No major
If
contract.
it's Levi, who they get all their jeans from, or if it's New
Gotcha.
Balance, they get all their sneakers, or
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Champion that they
Yeah.
get all their sweats.
Yeah, ain't no definitely
Ain't no P nice happening.
none of that.
Gotcha.
See,
But
but, that,
nobody-
if they
nobody
were
said
smart,
nothing.
listen, if they were smart though, because some of these smaller brands that are trying to come up will probably be able to produce a better deal.
But it would,
Is
it,
that
but
the,
it, would-
is
it
that
would
the
cause
right
problems.
branding? Is that the right branding though? You want to be like?
I mean,
In
honestly,
prison, no.
yeah.
But here's
Because
the
it'll
thing
cause
also though,
problems.
it still could be its own inspiration story. I mean, a lot of these men are looking to reform. They're looking to come out a better person.
Yeah.
But in
and
the
it's like this
States,
person,
yeah.
he has a whole brand. He's no longer about that life. This may be where he started, but look
Right.
at the money he's
That's
making
see
now.
how you thinking. I know how you
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
See?
that's-
Yeah,
that's why
how
no,
I
I
think
hear
they
you,
wanna do
but
it.
I'm like
and
the
I
states
said,
ain't
look,
trying to reform nobody.
nah,
yeah,
it's
and they're
not-
not trying to
I mean,
support
but it
that.
would
They're not
sound
trying to
good.
have
It
you
would
not-
like
sound
how
good.
they
They
can
want
write
you to
it
come
off.
back.
They
Of
do.
course they do, but it would sound good. Like if they're looking for ways to talk it off, There you
That's
go.
true.
You gotta
So
think.
did the guys come out and get shirts from you if anybody else got out?
I mean, you don't run into people all the time. I run into a couple people. I wouldn't even know that. This is years later.
Oh, okay,
I
gotcha.
didn't get into that until after the rap game.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And the rap game, we come up with stuff, but it's like I said, it's merch. But yeah, it wasn't known. And then I knew I was on that from this where it came from.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's a good story though. That's a good so from the very first thing what you did was P Nice, then it was RDD,
RDD collection.
and then it was Chocolate Dope. After that, did you have anything in between? Okay, so you need to have like a whole like transition logo or something that shows your journey. That would be dope. I would want that shirt. Plus, and then have your mugshot on there.
From the first time.
And I got a lot. And I got a whole lot. It's
Shout out to Tommy. Remember
It's
Tommy from
embarrassing.
season 3?
Yes.
And he had his mugshot shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yo.
Oh yeah, Tommy was hard for that. I ain't gonna lie. I need to do that because that was hard.
It's
Oh,
great.
that is hilarious.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
goodness.
was
So
funny to get
with
back to.
all the things that you've been through in life, and I know that we haven't even tapped really the surface of
we
your
ain't
story. We
even-
might have you come back and do some follow-up. But if there was like one thing that you could either do again or do over in life, what would it be and why?
The only thing I still think about is the first store that I had and didn't even open it. Is when I had Sprint, the cell phones, and all that. And I got mad at my brother and I got mad at my boy Money because Money went to the store and my brother just was on some nonsense. So I was doing it by myself. But I could have done it by myself. That was the whole point. And I was just so used to extra fast money, which I didn't need it.
Gotcha.
I didn't need it at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I really was finna. I'm getting Louis Vuitton from New York and all that, and so in the bags were like $400-$500. Nobody has them.
Right.
And then Sprint, I'm locked in.
Oh, you could have had you a whole little bodega.
It was going down. Like I'd be a millionaire. I'd have been a millionaire early. You feel me?
Oh man, yeah.
And so that's the only thing. I don't regret it because you should never regret nothing.
Right.
But that's the only thing I think about. I would have done over. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I believe in God, so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not a religious person. I'm not, in the church. I stopped going to church when I was 7 years old because all that jumping around, I knew then I wasn't real. When I was 7, I caught headaches. I said, Mom, I got a headache. This ain't.
He said I got a
I
headache.
can't make it to church this weekend.
Yeah,
Can't do my
it's a wrap.
alphabets right now because my head hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just know, dude, that's not real to me. All
Tell
that.
me what God was talking about when you get home.
Right. So, but I believe in God though, and so I try my best to stand on this is what God had planned. But even though you make your own decisions,
Right.
and God helps you along the way, but then some situation with me, I'm just like, I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have said that, and I definitely wouldn't have dated that. Why did that happen, and then go that direction?
Right.
And so I think that's what God, our ancestors is kind of doing this. So, no.
You're right.
Come back this way.
Come back
Yep,
over here
yep,
and
yep.
move, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah. So,
What advice do you have for someone that's coming up behind you?
don't do it.
Oh shit. This
Nah.
ain't for the faint of heart.
No, definitely not. But whatever it is you're doing nowadays, get the internet, whatever it is you love to do, do that shit. But do it every day and go hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from basketball. I could have went.
This man doesn't say I come from everything.
Right.
Every time he says something, it comes from something different. I'd be like, man, what?
Cause I just went all the way back for you know what I'm saying? I was raised by my
He's like,
uncles.
I may have been born in Washington State, but I was also born in Pennsylvania.
Right.
So when that happened,
Y'all didn't finish that. So y'all think. So I'm West Coast born. East Coast raised, so I was 10, and then
South.
Midwest. Midwest.
well, because you were in Florida too for a minute.
Oh yeah, for a year, I forgot. So I ain't
Yeah. I was
so
paying
see?
attention.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So I did a little bit of shopping. It's funny when I came back, instead of saying underwear, imagine I'm from New York, so more proper. And my uncles were making fun of me because I was saying draws. So I was there for a year. So now I'm talking. I got that down south. You feel me? And
Okay.
they was on my ass. Like that shit was funny to them.
Okay, I'm gonna try and describe it without saying the word. If you have a carbonated drink, what do you call it? Based on because you're from so many places.
Like a soda.
Soda.
Yep,
There we
soda.
go. I was wondering if you were gonna say pop, because that's real West Coast.
That's-
pop.
Soda.
Yeah,
Soda. It's soda for me too,
It's-
but folks. out here, most of them say pop.
Pop, yeah. And then if you're in Texas, everything is Coke.
Everything is Coke. Your Dr. Pepper, your Pepsi are all Coke.
Right, no facts.
That's all you got.
That's crazy.
I love it. Okay, so if people want to find you, where can they find you at?
Find me on damn, no, I can't even think now.
Instagram?
No, IG, chocolate.dope.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Make sure y'all get me on there. And then you can catch my P Nice page, it's P Nice1 on IG. And then TikTok, it's chocolate dope 17. If you didn't know why the 17, because we started in 17.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, it just passed. 420 years when we started.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
that's the 8 years it just passed.
Oh, that's dope.
Congrats.
Okay.
Celebrating
Yeah.
milestones.
Love
Okay.
it.
You want to hear the story?
Like the here you go.
Here you go.
Here we go. Back when I lived in Alabama.
So I went to Colorado first, left Milwaukee.
Told you.
What? I'm just telling y'all the story, man.
So I was going to start in a different state.
Oh yeah, I get busy.
All 50, like you need at least 50 stories. Cause
Oh man, I get
That part.
busy. So yeah, y'all, cause y'all remember I'm not from here.
Enterprise.
So
we know you ain't from
and
here.
I done been on, we done been on tour, we done been everywhere, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you know what I mean? I always end up with some people. I mess with the city. If I get there, I rock. You know what I'm saying? So the homegirl ends up going out there, and she like, come out there, whatever, right? I'm like, okay, we gonna get busy. So me and my mans drive out there from Milwaukee, and on 420, we got the shirts, we got everything. 2 Chainz is performing
Okay.
for free,
Oh.
and it's finna go down.
Oh man.
So we know we finna get this stuff off. My first
Yeah.
time, you know what I mean?
Right.
We get up, it's raining,
Oh.
it's cold in the bitch. Also, we find out 2 Chainz ain't performing.
Oh no.
Nobody buys not one fit, not one hoodie. Johnny Ratchet, rest in peace, my nigga. But he gives one away to a chick that's finna buy it. I'm like, bro,
We had a chance to make $30.
like $30, $40 this time. I'm like, what you doing?
That was gas money home.
You feel me? We
Give it
already like, bro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's funny, I gave a lot here, obviously. But yeah, that's how it kicked off. And that's
Okay.
what made me, and then things just didn't work out the way it's supposed to in Denver. And I love Denver. Shout out to my people's in Denver because I really rock with y'all. But I drove my whip here because I had one dude here, you know what I'm saying, but rest in peace, he ended up dying and all that. But he got me here though. And then my his cousin, you know what I'm saying, was here, so I was able to stay with them. So that's basically how I was able to save money because I only had to pay rent like $100.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we all in this little spot. I was on a recliner, and I was like, no, we gonna make this work now. I don't need no bed. You know what I'm saying? I'll be comfortable.
Oh my goodness.
You feel me? So,
Right.
and hopefully one day I got some stuff, a video of all that. Y'all see it. But
yeah.
but shout out to Rodney and Alicia for letting me stay there.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? They're my
That's
people.
what's up.
So we from back at the crib. He came up, and so I knew all I had to do was make a phone call. I said, bro, I'm leaving. I'm coming. He's like, I'm bringing my ass. He's like, come on.
Oh man.
And so I drove through, almost died driving through Utah and
He's
the
like, I got a
mountains.
story about that. You want to hear that too?
Man, I don't want to tell that story.
Almost died.
Almost died on the mountains. It was cold as hell.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, but I made it here though from Denver, and that was the reason why we left. Man, it was
dope.
crazy. And after that, and this is what's
Been
going on now.
8 years strong. I love it. Okay, so on IG, TikTok, all those things. And what's your website?
Website is chocolatedopeapparel.shop.
Okay. Which
Not
you can,
.com.
dot
shop.
shop. And you can find all of this. You've got The Wave Is Us going on right now. You've got
Okay, The
some-
Wave Is Us. Okay, so The Wave Is Us is the series.
Okay.
It's been going on for a while. Like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's not like, but really the alter
limited
ego
edition.
of chocolate. Yeah, the
Okay.
alter ego is dope sells itself.
Gotcha. Dope sells it. It does.
It does.
It really
Unfortunately,
does.
in real life.
In real life.
but no, check out the website because you can get this stuff. You can get all the other because you've got several iterations of logos and designs and all kinds of things, and they are really freaking amazing. I love them. But Nick B, where can they find you at?
So I can be found on all platforms of DirtyRoses.com. May that be our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitter. We don't have Twitter. We have TikTok. There we go.
We got all the things.
We got all the things. But if you want to reach me specifically, I can be found on Instagram at NickB_NickB. And Miss LaRie, where can we find you?
B.
Yes, you can find me again, like Nick B said, DirtyRosesPodcast.com or Dirty Roses Podcast on all social media platforms, including YouTube, because you can watch this.
You can watch it.
But you can find me individually and go ahead and holler at your girl because I'm single and ready to mingle. No, I'm just kidding. It's LaRie.
No, she not. She dead ass serious. Go on, hit her in the DM because
she likes that slide. She likes that
it goes down. It's LaRie. It's LeighlaRie, and that's on all platforms. And thank you so much, Mr. Reggie, Reginald, P. Nice, Chocolate Dope,
Definitely.
all the things. We'll catch up with you later.
No more questions about the girls. It's a wrap.
Well, we're gonna have to come back and because your story
because they all start in Southern California. The next one.
Listen, there's gonna be a girl in 50 states.
One time when I was in Puerto Rico.
When I was in Alaska, you know what I'm saying?
I liked her Eskimo
we
style.
were doing these Eskimo kisses, you know what I'm saying? There was some caribou out there.
I went and got my teeth in Columbia, you know what I'm saying? I had a girl out there, you feel me? So, I was staying with my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, instead of get a hotel. And it was crazy out there, but you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Colombian women, shout out to my Colombian women, though. I got some pictures with y'all and shit, you know what I'm saying? We got it in, but yeah.
Oh, my God. These are the after credits.
Comedy.
I swear to God.
Shout out, but I got to give y'all a shout out to Portland, though, because on some real shit, Portland, I come from a different background, you know what I'm saying, type shit, you know what I'm saying, just in trouble a lot. And business-wise, Portland, especially the black community, really helped me how to be business, you know what I'm saying, showed me a lot. I like even like Black Man, a story, not a major story, but Black Mannequin and Dave, they had it was the rain is out of control here.
Oh my goodness.
So there's a pop-up going on. So off top, I'm like, shit, ain't nothing happening. I'm like, it's raining. So I called Black Mannequin. He's like, what you doing? He's like, we here. Come on. What you doing? I said, what? You better get you a jacket. Don't stop.
Oregonians, we be
so
outside.
I'm thinking I could call Dave.
Yeah.
And Dave was like, I'm here. You better come on. You finna miss out. I made four like 50 that day.
Oh, wow. See? Okay.
I said, in the rain?
Rain won't stop nothing over
And
here.
Portland is different. Y'all don't care. And y'all don't really do y'all really don't do
umbrellas.
Nah.
You a punk if you do an umbrella in Portland.
That's exactly how y'all act. And I ain't never seen that. If it rain like that,
like, oh, she's not from here. She got an umbrella out.
Right. I'm just like, we
That
don't
part.
use umbrellas out here. Like it's raining like a mud. Like,
we just gonna
and y'all
ride
just
it.
walking like it's no big deal.
chilling.
Eating
With
stuff.
sandals on.
Right.
Sandals
Definitely
on,
sandals in the rain.
I'm mad like your hamburger's got rain all in the hamburger and y'all just eating it.
Your buns are soggy, baby.
Your buns is soggy. You ain't noticed your bun was soggy? Oh, y'all like it when it gets soggy. Okay, I understand now. Because all the juice and everything is all up in there, and now the burger tastes better. The juices and all that. I get it. Okay. I'll figure it out, though. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Portland, though. I love y'all, man.
Oh,
for real.
Man, on that
And I love y'all,
note,
too, for having me on the show. For real,
thank
for real.
you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for coming.
We appreciate you. We'll catch y'all later.
All right.
Guess what, Rose Buddies? We are thrilled to introduce our new sponsorship packages. Be sure to hit us up at DirtyRosesPodcast.com to inquire how we can showcase your brand on our platforms.